Hello, welcome. Well, Sam, I have food here, so he's going to be like disturbing us through this whole video. I might have to move it and then start again. Anyway, let's just see what we can get done. Welcome to the Equinox read. I'm going to use this read as the energy read for the week as well. So we'll read today, Sunday, through to Wednesday for the first half of the week, see what's going on. We'll switch some decks up and then we'll read the last part of the week. So let's talk a bit about equinox. Again, whichever hemisphere you're in, even though if you're heading into winter, it's the day that we have equal day and night. So what I've been looking at, like energetically, is it sometimes represents a new cycle of life, right? So we're heading into something new, a new season, a new time. I read this little piece and it was like perfect. Dormant energies of Earth awaken, mirroring our own potential for transformation. It's a beacon of balance and harmony, inviting us to reflect, reset, rekindle our inner light. So, whichever you're heading more into, it is this balance of light and dark. I, I, it felt super significant in the middle of this eclipse. Like it's kind of eclipse season, so it's giving us a bit of a I don't even want to say a bit of a breather, but because I think the energy will remain a little intense over the next week, but it will also just start to be like showing us the path to the new door, right? Where we're headed. All right, I'm going to draw. Let's look at one card for the overall equinox from Nature's Rhythm Oracle. Again, I'll have to read the book for that. I'm sure if I stared long enough at the fractals in it, I'd get some messaging. All right, what's this equinox about for all of the planet? Not I'm gonna pick this one. Karmic patterns. Yeah, like it's interesting because karmic patterns is part of what came up with the start of the eclipse, right? Releasing those karmic energies and ties. So, card number 15. Let's have a look at what it has to say. I cannot control others, but I can control my reactions. Every person has made choices culminating in their present life. The trajectory of your life can change when there is a willful shift in subconscious patterning. Take some time to unravel the consequential patterns you have played out in your life. Become shamelessly aware of your repetitive reactivity. The stubborn patterns have been there the longest. What karmic patterns are you ready to let go of? Which is like the total theme of this eclipse, too, right? Releasing and clearing our karma so that we can step through the door to the new when it opens on the 2nd of October there at the solar eclipse. Yeah, just keep working on self and what we need to clear. And a lot of the things too, I've noticed just talking to people is that we're being like forced to purge things. So things are, whether it's manifesting in you physically, mentally, or spiritually, this karmic patterns that we no longer need are being like basically purged out of us. So that's why I think it's been, just in talking to people, it has been so rough for some people. All right. I'm working with cards that are a mix of dark and light for this equinox read. So, yeah, well, they have light in the names. The yeah, I don't even remember the name. Work Your Light. The Starseed Oracle. I'm using the one we use for the moon because it's got a little bit of a shadow side to it sometimes. And then the Masters of the Light. No, that's not what it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but they're of the light. All right, let's take a look first at that. I've got two all kinds of card decks out here ready to go. Okay, that's one of each of these. Yeah, I also felt like this equinox too was going to be a big reset point. So let's on there. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say the energies have lightened up any, but um, at least they're not. I'm not feeling them as intensely, where it's yeah, mind blowingly like just too much to handle. So that's a good sign. I think after this equinox today, we'll be on the other side of. Okay, so first up, we got the camel boy, which is small steps and asking for help. So again, if we're all going through this process right now, so um, what's really coming up here instantly is that if you're finding it overwhelming and too much, um, or you're kind of sitting there going, I don't know what I need to clear. Um, we want to ask for assistance from our guides, from our team to help us clear these things so that we're actively doing the work, but really emphasizing on them to help us out, take small steps towards this, to not over inundate us with it because we have to function still in every day and we don't want to be like overwhelmed. So if it's already overwhelming you, ask your team to just slow it down. Just say, I need this in smaller steps. Um, I need a break for 5 minutes. My everything in my body is hurting. I'm not feeling good. All of those things. So I just ask them to ease up a bit. There's plenty of time left this whole week. So, okay. We also got the Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance with to the sacred rhythm of life. Yeah, this is us starting to step into our power on the other side of this eclipse is the full realization of who we really are, how powerful we really are. Starting to pay homage to your sacred self and starting to like dance this new dance of this new energy and new earth. It's very exciting. We also got the child of the cosmos is the purpose of this equinox. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So I think that's like really amazing to hear because that's what's cracking open right now is that the hard shell of conditioning of karmic like years of karmic conditioning that's been put on us that's starting to crack open, right? With this, the light is being shone onto the darkness and we're really seeing everything for what it is. Um, but in that good way where it's like, hey, guess what? You are the universe and the universe is in you. It's this is all um like where we're supposed to be heading and just taking solace in the fact that hey, it's like it's being cracked open right now and it's not super comfortable, but on the other side of things, it's everything we've been asking for. We also got the awakening card. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. That's pretty much like what this equinox is, right? Equal day and night, balancing of your energies, integrating of the new, um, not complete release of the old, but just like utilizing them in a different way. Like I'm totally seeing that, the yin and yang, right? So this day is about balancing that out within us, right? So balancing the dark and light, balancing the masculine and feminine. Where, like where we're headed is into a much more light, like awareness, right? But there's still always there always has to be that balance of dark and light, right? We can't just exist in one or the other. We have to exist on a plane of being in both, being in balance. So yeah, like it's funny because when you think about the eclipse and you think about equinox and, exact day and light, night and day, um, it is that perfect balance day. So it's like, I would almost suggest if you're going to do a little ceremony around equinox today, that you just take a breath and take a moment and just realize and feel that balance, um, of the earth, of you in that energy and how you're feeling. And yeah, and just sort of like kind of tap into that energy, and maintain it, right, as we head forward, right? Keeping that balance, not slipping too far into the dark, not slipping too far into whitewashing everything and being in the light all the time. Um, Neither space is healthy for us to be in a long time. Our natural way of being is to be in the middle, right? Holding the balance. So that is definitely what this night day is about. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I'm missing a deck. 1 second here. What am I missing? Oh no, I'm not. Okay. I got cards everywhere. It's a little confusing. Oh, it's funny. I just, on the bottom of the deck, I'm going to read this card because it caught my attention. Activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I feel like more and more the energy of Earth is the big shift that's happening. So we need to just pay attention to those energy lines, um, and start working with them. Okay, so that's the first half of the week. Let's take a look at a few cards for, oh, that one jumped right up, for the remainder of this week. Um, so as we head into the weekend, and then we have a few days before the end of the eclipse corridor completes. All right, end of the week. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So first up, awakening genius. Yeah, all this ancient energy, and by the end of the week is all awakening within us, right? Um, this is what the moments that we've been waiting for, is this true awakening of our soul, of a remembering of who we are. We are this elder, we are this ancient wisdom. We are all of it. We are the sun, the moon, the stars, the ocean, the sky, the universe, everything. So, yeah, what an exciting end to the week as we head into the new pathway. Um, we also got flowering again, complete card about abundance and awakening, sitting on the lotus. Um, yeah, I mean, it's a brand new world coming. So that's it. That's such good news. Well, I think it is anyway. Um, okay, but interesting. This is kind of funny. A little bit of a cautionary tale in there. Impatience. Um, go spend this week really paying attention, right? So on like by the next moon, the full moon, is that full moon? Yeah, coming up. No, new moon. New moon. Anyway, by that moon, which is close to when eclipse the corridor is closing, is the spiritual side of things. Is they've got our back, but it's just like, don't reach too far too fast. Take your time with this. Don't try to make things happen, or try to push things and that kind of thing. Really be, um, just again back to the beginning of the week, baby steps, right? That came up. Taking small steps, asking for help, not trying to just be like, oh, okay, I've been working on this so long, I can't stand it anymore. I just need this to be done. Like, I need us to be done with this. We don't want to push too far, because what you do is, if you take up that next one or two things on the ladder's going to tip. This isn't catastrophic, because what's coming is supposed to happen, right? But it could set you back a bit. So just don't push it. Spend this week again continuing to observe, um, continuing to see if you can recognize those karmic patterns and things that you need to release, or as they're releasing, you may not fully understand them, but thank them for their lesson over lifetimes, and let them go. Let them go. And then the last card we got to intuition, trust, insight, awareness, and guidance again. So again, we're getting lots of messages from our team. So just really be observing and listening, talking to them as much as you can, getting the word out to them if you need to slow things down. We also got intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, flexibility. So, yeah, it's really just being in a very observant place over these next week or so, and recognizing patterns, recognizing the things you need to let go, um, and just going through this. This is also the karmic process. We have to go through this time of letting this go and letting it purge, and purging is never pretty. It can be hard, it can be hurtful, it can be tiring, um, but it's just like it's necessary for us to become a lighter being, right? We do have to shed some of this darkness we've been carrying around. All right, so yeah, an interesting week. I didn't want to make this video too long. I'm gonna wrap up with, let's do a little bit of advice from the Christ consciousness and one from Spirit Aloha, and then we will call that our video for this week. Yeah, and then of course I'll be back for the next eclipse gateway. Okay, so lots about, we got the new vintage card, which is be open-minded. It's kind of what I've been saying already. Like the knowledge and the things are, those lessons and things are coming at us. So be really, again, just be observant this week and learn everything we can. None of us have a clue what this new space looks like or what we really have to do to get there. But spend the time really focusing on your perception of things, and see how that shifted over this last 2 weeks. Because I can guarantee you, we've had lots of shifts in our perception of what reality is and what's really going on. That's not going to stop happening, right? All of this stuff has to come to the surface. We're karmic. We're karmically clearing it, not just for ourselves and our ancestors and our family, but this entire universe, planet, whatever. There's a lot of like lines that and energy lines that have to be cleared. We got the sacred sexuality, which is healing and connection. I honestly just think this is very, um, because we also got the fellowship card, sharing and coming together. So it's just about like it's time for us to start coming back into community, um, and we'll be able to do that in a much better way once we've cleared all our old crap. Like part of the karma, you have to think. Like I don't even remember what I was watching, something on the Crusades or something, and the crucifixion, and I was just like, man, we're violent, disgusting humans. Like, what are we doing to each other? It shouldn't matter, and it doesn't matter. And so those cards say to me, it's like, take a breath and keep observing, because all of that farmer animosity that we've had towards one another, whether it's from sex, religion, whatever, that all needs to be cleared and cleansed and cleared and healed. So that's not a light undertaking. We've been doing this for thousands of years, right? So just, again, small steps as you take your way through this and we clear this karma. And just know too, that's part of the deal is like we may think, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just meditating and bringing a little and raising frequency and raising energy a little bit. And that is enough. That is like, we just need everybody doing that though, right? So we just got to keep doing those things so that because the karma is clearing, like you can't stop it from happening. It's already happening. It has to go through that process. So whether on earth it comes out as truth or knowledge or suppressed technology or any of those things, or if it comes through um, like energetically as an earthquake, a thunderstorm, like the other night, like we rarely get thunderstorms late in the year, but we had like a banging one the other night. But I just knew you could feel it was like intense, but it was clearing energy and I could feel it. I was like, oh, this one's like really rocking it out. So there are going to be more earthquakes, more sky events, more this, that, and the next thing. It's just everything's got to be cleared. So do your best to, weather yourself through it. And just know you just by being here and keeping your energy high and your frequency high and balancing that light and dark, that you are participating and you are helping. Okay, we got this last week too. So the card to finish up is expression of gratitude. Add thankfulness to your day. Again, like since I've been doing any of this work, the biggest secret of the universe was gratitude. It always comes back to being grateful. So we've got to find a way every day just to be, today I took the dog for a walk and I saw a couple dragonflies and I was just like, it just like made me happy. And I stopped at a sunflower and it again had bees buzzing in it and it was just nice to watch them doing their thing. So find ways every day to be grateful. That's what's going to get us through. And be grateful that you're here for this. We came to do this. So take care of yourselves this week as well. Keep hydrated, do all those good things. And we'll see you at next Monday for the week read then. Take care. And yeah, and it's all going to be fine. I can guarantee it. Just breathe too. Lots of breath work.